A buddy of mine asked me the other day, how could he use YouTube to make more money and grow his real estate business? Now, the answer that I gave him might surprise you a little bit. So in this video, I'm gonna break down not only what I told my friend, but I'm gonna give you a live example about what he said, the fundamentals and the strategies behind how this thing works, and more than anything, a full-blown blueprint for how you can do this for yourself. The exact thing that I told my buddy whenever he called me was actually that YouTube is not very difficult. It's not complicated. There is no secret. There isn't an algorithm change or anything hack. It's going to make you make more money and allow more people to see your business. You really only need to understand 3 very fundamental principles in order to understand success on YouTube. And actually, if I kind of take that up a step, it's not even 3 principles. It's 1 principle and understanding how you can use 3 different ways to apply that one thing. And here's the one thing: trust. This might seem like I'm oversimplifying, but stay with me here because this is going to make sense in just a second. YouTube wants to know that people can trust you. And putting things very, very simply, people need to be able to know, like, and trust you before they ever buy anything from you. So what does that look like when it comes to actually using YouTube? It means whenever you're making a video on YouTube, your videos need to establish one of 3 things. 1, who are you? You need to be able to tell your story about who you are. 2, what do? You need to be able to tell people very plainly about the thing that you do and how you help somebody go from point A, a pain point, to point B, a solution. And how can you help me? How do you actually get somebody from point A to point B, the process in the middle that you take people through in order to achieve outstanding results? Now, as me and my friend are having this conversation, typically I stay in my lane when it comes to the B2B agency, coaches, and consulting space. But this specific time, I was very positive that the answer wasn't going to change much at all. Putting it simply, because I've seen this thing works. Look, there are no YouTube guys that are going to come down and bless your channel and be able to get you a bunch of money and a lot of subscribers like Mr. Beast. However, what YouTube does want, just like every other social media platform, is to keep people on their social platform for longer. In other words, if people trust you, they're going to watch more of your videos. If they watch more of your videos, they will inevitably watch more of your content. And by doing all of that, they spend more time on YouTube. So I wish I could tell you that there was a secret to YouTube, but it's not. Now, I can show you a lot of different examples about this in my space, like I mentioned earlier, but I want to take a deeper dive into real estate specifically, and I'm going to show you one of my friends. All right, here's one of my friends, April. Now, I won't tell you all of April's numbers, but I just need you to know that she's doing very, very well through her YouTube channel. Now, what I want you to actually understand is, honestly, April does not have a ton of subscribers. If you look through her most recent videos, she doesn't have one video over a few thousand views. And that is relatively going to be the same for you in YouTube. Whenever you're putting together a YouTube strategy, you want to follow the things that I just said, but more than anything, you want to listen to your customers. Now, April is a realtor, so she moves in a slightly different space than a lot of my B2B clients move. But what I do want you to understand is the factors that allow April to be successful. Number 1 is her uniqueness factor. Now, what I want you to pay attention to is why April is actually successful. To somebody who does not understand YouTube very well, you're probably looking at her channel and you're probably thinking she doesn't get that many views, she posts a lot of content, she probably doesn't make that much money. And that could not be further from the truth. What April is actually doing is producing a strategy called micro niching. Now, what am I saying here? I want you to pay very close attention to, 1, the titles of April's videos, but then the thumbnails themselves. Now, the thumbnails are not anything to blow your mind out, but the titles are extremely important because I want you to understand that basically every time April posts a video, she is only talking to a very, very small group of people. That means she's only talking to people who make several hundreds of thousands of dollars a year because the homes that she sells are very expensive. But more than anything, she's talking to people who are looking to move to the specific towns that she is selling properties at. That means what April is doing is catching the natural interest cycle of somebody before they make a purchase decision. Basically, somebody has already decided in their mind that they want to move to this side of town in this place. April jumps ahead of that and says, before you move to Florida, before you move to Boynton Beach, before you move to Avenir, before you move to Delray Beach, all of these places in Florida where she does her real estate at, the natural inclination that somebody's going to have before they move their family across the country is, what does this city look like? Where will I be able to grocery shop? What school will my kids go to? What type of research can I do in the community? Do they have coffee shops? Because I love coffee shops. All of these small little questions are things that April answers inside of her content. So I need you to understand that for the very, very, very small group of people that are looking to move to Delray Beach and can actually afford the homes that April sells, which is seriously not a group of more than 100 people every single month, hence why her views are so low, she is one of the only authority figures for something this specific. And if we continue to go through her channel, we're gonna see the exact same thing. Every time somebody wants to move to a different place in a different side of Florida, she pops up with not only house touring content, but with content of her opinions, her thoughts, and her expertise around the entire thing. Notice how everything that I just said about people being able to know, like, and trust you by understanding who you are, what you do, and how you can help them is everything that she's doing. So she has a bit of a difference factor because not only is she actually showing you, hey, here's the amazing home that you can move to if you decide to move here that I just so happen to be selling, but here's what life is going to look like when you're here. Here's everything that you're going to be able to see because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I actually live only 15 minutes away, so I can explain to you everything that's going to happen, everything this is going to look like, and why you're going to love this so much. Look, I have a lot of friends like April that are making a ton of money with YouTube, and honestly, it's relatively simple. The things that I told you in this video are like really chill, and yes, lighting is important, yes, having a great camera is important, but more than anything, allowing people to trust you is the thing that's going to unlock your business in 2025. So that means you have some homework to do, and I'm going to give you a checklist about everything that you need to do in order to start being successful with YouTube organic right now. We're going to start off right here from the top. Why should people trust you? I need you to be able to answer this question. I need you to be able to answer it succinctly and straight to the point. As in one sentence, why should somebody trust you? Now I need you to answer the question. Who are you? What do you do? And how can you help someone else? All of these questions, now you can add into a whole lot more detail. All of these things are going to be the things that allow you to make more content specifically towards your channel, towards your niche, and the thing that you're trying to sell in your specific sector of real estate. Now, I want you to add in this. What is your USP or your unique selling proposition? Why is somebody going to listen to you over anything else? How are your videos going to be different? What are you going to be able to do? What are you going to be able to service? What are you going to be able to make content about that nobody else on the internet can make content about? And how are you going to put your special spin on it so that people are able to actually understand that you're not just good, you're good at the thing that you say you're good at? So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to watch out some of my other videos. This one specifically where I talk about how to actually find a micro niche so that you can answer the very last question that I just gave you. And then this video specifically where I walk through how to do YouTube, how to put together your lighting setup, how to put together your video scripts, how to put together everything that you would actually need to know in order to be an actual YouTuber. So guys, hopefully this is the start to an amazing journey for you making a ton of money for your business on YouTube. See you in the next one. Peace.